Introducing the all-new Phoibos KRAKEN PY033E. And I always suggested that Phoibos change their name to Kraken. When someone asks you, hey, is that a good watch? You can say, yes, it's a Kraken timepiece, which means a great watch. But in this case, it means the mythical legend, the sea beast, the Kraken. And as you can see, the case tries to simulate the legendary beast. There's his head, there's his body, and the lyre lugs are the twisted arms, the bracelet, the tentacle suction cups. Awesome look, but it still has that traditional Phoibos eagle beak lug design from the side, which I've seen before on a couple of their watches that I reviewed. Vertical brushing, very nicely done. Chamfer reliefs on the top of those tentacle arm lugs. And you can right away see that this dial is a little bit special. They're calling this one champagne. I do see a little bit more copper in here. Hopefully the video brings it across. But the watch is completely brushed. It is reflective though. So it's a fine brushing because it's still reflecting really nicely, which is fantastic. Now, these are the measurements that I got. 41.1 in diameter. The thickness came in at 12.6. No drilled lugs and a lug to lug of 49.9. So a long reach here and no drilled lugs. Now there is a sapphire crystal double domed with 3 layers of AR. Now it looks flat to me, but they are saying double dome. But let's see if we can. The reflection is definitely less near the edge of the crystal. So it is actually a double dome. But it's so subtle. That almost tricked me. The completely brushed theme continues on that bezel and bezel insert. I love the bezel teeth. They're a little sharp with that unique half moon cutout, like a cog, and circular brushing steel insert. Awesome. Let's give it a listen. So the bezel is decently precise and it's very clicky. It's nice, but it does not have a refined feeling to it. Continuing the brushed theme once again is the dial, completely brushed, circular brushing. It has a nice effect. Look at that when it plays with the light. You see the shadows spinning around the dial? That's awesome. Now what I found interesting was the 12 o'clock marker, which is usually the dominant marker in the dial. They have the 12 o'clock marker at 6 and 9. So I found that a little bit strange, but it creates a nice, unique look. Now I'm gonna have to ding the watch on the date. The legibility is terrible. I know they matched the date disc, so that's nice with the dial, but the legibility suffers dramatically. The date is red here. You see how it's red? It's the 12th. Now let's change the date. 13th. Look at that. You can't even see it. When it hits the light, the silver reflective date, you can see it. It is 13 now. So the date changes from red to silver throughout the whole month, except for on the 31st and the 1st, it's the same when the month flips over. So there you can see red, silver, red, silver, silver. If they kept it all red, it would be less of a ding, but the silver part is almost impossible for me to read. So just be aware of that, maybe a different colorway. There are going to be 5. Little bit of a ding is the crown action. It's decent. It's a little grainy, just a hair. I felt smoother on other Phoiboses, but it is a nice big 7mm crown, easy to operate, and it gives the watch 300 meters of water resistance with a 2-year warranty. The bracelet, 22 millimeters, and it has that Kraken octopus suction cup style links, 5 links, very well done. And it tucks in to those lyre lugs very nicely. I love the bracelet. Articulation isn't the greatest. As you can see, the links connect and lock each other out from full articulation. Screwed links, solid end links, solid clasp. I'm gonna ding the clasp. This is not my favorite clasp. It's big and bulky and unrefined. You hold it like this and you get a dive extension. That's very nice. You can change this out easily to put your own clasp if you want. It's 20 mil down here. So 22 down to 20, but it is fully milled. I had some issues with the 3 micro adjusts. It gets really tight on the 3rd innermost micro adjust. The bracelet, see how it moves freely like this? It doesn't move freely like this on the 3rd micro. So not my favorite clasp. I love the logo though on here. That's awesome. If they put the Eagle Ray 2 clasp on this, I think it would match the style and theme of the watch a little bit better. The hands, of course, completely brushed. The applied indices, C3 and BGW9, very nice, completely brushed. And you can see that awesome Phoibos logo in silver at the top there. I like the Phoibos logo. It definitely grows on you and you just, after a while, you start to realize it's cool. It's a cool logo. Here it is next to the SKX. SKX actually has a wider diameter at 42.5. The Kraken at 41, but the Kraken looks larger because of its lug to lug. Kraken is thinner. So if you have an SKX, this is how it's going to wear. This will give you an idea. Now the price. I don't have official pricing, but I was told $450 USD, right under the $500 comfort spot. I noticed there is a little bit of a price increase on this one, but it is the Miyota movement. On the Seiko powered NH35s, they are a little bit more affordable, which makes sense. For a manufacturer's point of view, the Miyota is about double their cost. Here it is on my 6.5 inch wrist, and it wears really well due to the relative thinness. Man, that bracelet is really comfortable. Yeah, it's nice. Great wrist presence. This thing looks really good. I wore this typing all day when I was getting a feel for the watch. The clasp is not comfortable if you type a lot. Sized up for a 6.5 inch wrist. 172. Yep, it's a heavy one. This thing feels absolutely substantial. Okay guys, I'm excited about the time grapher. Miyota 9015 28.8 VPH. We don't get enough Miyotas, but as I do more micro brands in the future, well, we will hopefully see more and hopefully get a better view on this movement. Man, look at these numbers, very nice. 287 amplitude with no beat air. The lift angle is 51 on the Miyotas. So a little bit different from the Seikos. And ooh, yeah, look at that, very nice. Let's do 8 rounds. We're gonna do a full test because we don't get enough of these on the channel. Okay, so there are 24 joules and a 42-hour power reserve. Settling in now, 8, 8, 7, and the 8th and final round plus 7. Now we do have hacking and hand winding, so very important. Great movement, and it's nice and thin. That's why you can get a thinner watch with this movement. Plus 11, ooh, it got faster by about 5 seconds. Amplitude did drop to 60, and we do have beat air now 0.2 instead of 0. Decent positional accuracy and typical beat air increase and amplitude drop that happens with the NH35s. All right, looks to be very consistent. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Wow. 7th round, okay, 10. And the 8th and final round, so dial up we had 7, 6, and now we have 10. So very consistent. Okay, there is the loom shot, and you can see the mixture of BGW9 with C3. Look at the hour indices, the bullet style ones, not the cardinal indices. So all of them except the cardinals have dual loom on the tips of those bullets. Very nice. The hands, wow, green in the middle, and the tips BGW9. Loom pip is loomed just at 12. Yeah, pretty good loom. This watch is cool. It has a unique look to it and vibe, and I love the Kraken name. Screw down crown, sapphire, 300 meters, nice bracelet. I did ding the clasp, a little bit of the bezel action and crown feel. But other than that, it's a great watch. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.